What do you think about? What do you think about a tunnel as opposed to a bridge? What do you think about Aaron leading this project? What do you think about Anne joining us? What do you think about Avengers 2? 2. What do you think about banning the burqa in public? What do you think about boarding schools? What do you think about bullfighting? What do you think about cloning? What do you think about co-ed class? What do you think about cosmetic surgery? What do you think about customary gift giving? What do you think about death? What do you think about dentists? What do you think about doing homework? What do you think about drinking and driving? What do you think about eating dog meat? What do you think about eating human breast milk ice cream? What do you think about M? What do you think about euthanasia? What do you think about flings? What do you think about ghosts? What do you think about globalization? What do you think about going for a walk? What do you think about going to the zoo? What do you think about having a drink? What do you think about having a large family? What do you think about having a religion? What do you think about having fish for lunch? What do you think about having steak for dinner tonight? What do you think about Hawking's comment? What do you think about her getting drunk at the party? What do you think about her new hairstyle? What do you think about her? What do you think about herbal medicines? What do you think about him? What do you think about his singing? What do you think about his way of thinking? What do you think about homework? What do you think about homosexual people? What do you think about horror movies? What do you think about installing CCTVs in classrooms? What do you think about international marriage, Andy? What do you think about internet addiction? What do you think about IT? IT. What do you think about IT? IT? What do you think about it? What do you think about joining our club? What do you think about keeping an unusual pet? What do you think about Korean economy? What do you think about learning English through newspapers? What do you think about learning the Korean language? What do you think about leaving early? What do you think about little kids keep telling lies? What do you think about living with your parents? What do you think about love at first sight? What do you think about love? What do you think about marriage? What do you think about me? What do you think about moving our production facility abroad? What do you think about my daughter? What do you think about my English ability? What do you think about my name? What do you think about my new shirt? What do you think about my proposition? What do you think about our new product? What do you think about our newspaper? What do you think about pigs? What do you think about pizza? What do you think about plastic surgery? What do you think about plump, purple lips? What do you think about present? What do you think about private education? What do you think about renting a pet? What do you think about sailing through space? What do you think about sharing MP3s as a Korean pop singer? What do you think about smoking? What do you think about snorkeling? What do you think about SNS? What do you think about spending too much money on pets? What do you think about staying young forever like Peter Pan? What do you think about that? What do you think about the baby tossing tradition? What do you think about the beach? What do you think about the Browns in terms of their marriage? What do you think about the choreography of the fight scenes? What do you think about the deep sea? What do you think about the demands from the Japanese? What do you think about the doll? What do you think about the driverless car? What do you think about the e-book library? What do you think about the economy? What do you think about the English education in Japan? What do you think about the government's new real estate policy? What do you think about the idea of delaying the production of goods? What do you think about the idea? What do you think about the internship program? What do you think about the lyrics "My Heart About to Burst"? What do you think about the movie? What do you think about the new computers? What do you think about the new contract? What do you think about the new filing system? What do you think about the new law? What do you think about the new president? What do you think about the new subway system? What do you think about the plan to switch to a monthly pay schedule? What do you think about the political reform bill? What do you think about the price? What do you think about the problem? What do you think about the regulation on hairstyle? What do you think about the restaurant? What do you think about the situation? What do you think about the special robot? What do you think about the wealthy being obligated to donate to the poor? What do you think about their claim? What do you think about them? What do you think about these predictions? What do you think about this article? What do you think about this controversy over ride-sharing apps? What do you think about this family? Do you think this is cool? What do you think about this hat? Does it look good on me? What do you think about this matter, Andy? What do you think about this model here? What do you think about this movie? Wasn't it fantastic? What do you think about this one? What do you think about this painting? What do you think about this photo? What do you think about this place as the bakery? What do you think about this plan? What do you think about this popular debate? What do you think about this project? What do you think about this situation? What do you think about this sweater for my dad? What do you think about this theory? What do you think about this voice? What do you think about this website? Scroll down to add a comment. What do you think about this, Andy? What do you think about this? What do you think about this? Do you think it's okay? What do you think about traveling alone? What do you think about trying on that new tux? What do you think about using a smartphone, Andy? What do you think about using swans for this performance? What do you think about using the subway for a while? What do you think about volunteer work? What do you think about wearing a school uniform? What do you think about wearing uniforms at school? What do you think about what people think about investing in Bitcoin? What do you think about when you're high up on the wall? What do you think about your character OK Rim? What do you think about your dog dirtying our house? What do you think about your wealth? What do you think about? What do you think accounts for that? What do you think accounts for those variations? What do you think an enraptured female fan of mine might say? What do you think Archie's chances are? What do you think are our chances of getting the contract? What do you think are the cause of? What do you think are the chances of me getting a date with Linda? Linda. What do you think are the flaws in that strategy? What do you think are the important attributes of a flight attendant? What do you think are the key reasons for that, or reason? What do you think are the main causes of poverty in rural areas? What do you think are the most urgent? What do you think are your hidden talents? What do you think is to this? What do you think attracts people to Korean cinema? What do you think can make this situation worse? What do you think caused socialism to crumble? What do you think caused such excessive bleeding? What do you think caused that? What do you think finally turned this horse around? What do you think friendship is? What do you think gives the city its personality? What do you think happened next? What do you think happened tonight? What do you think happened? What do you think happens now? What do you think happens? They buy drugs. What do you think happiness is all about, Roy? What do you think he is? What do you think he ought to practice? What do you think he said? What do you think he wants? What do you think he'll do when he finds out? What do you think he'll think of me? What do you think helped you to get this promotion? What do you think I am, a joke? What do you think I am, a soap opera star? What do you think I am? What do you think I am? Am I a nut? What do you think I have in my hand? What do you think I mean? What do you think I need? What do you think I ought to do next? What do you think I ought to do? What do you think I should be? What do you think I should buy? What do you think I should do about this problem? What do you think I should do in this situation? What do you think I should do? What do you think I should say? What do you think I should see while I'm in Paris? What do you think I should see? What do you think I should take? What do you think I should wear for the party tonight? What do you think I should wear? What do you think I took for protein? What do you think if we start up a carpool? What do you think I'll do if you don't? What do you think I'll have to study for the test? What do you think I'm gonna do to you? What do you think I'm gonna do? What do you think I'm here for? What do you think I'm looking at? What do you think I'm thinking about? What do you think I'm truly afraid of? What do you think is a good price per paper shipment? What do you think is a good souvenir for a 10-year-old girl? What do you think is going on in my mind right now? What do you think is in the cards for tomorrow? What do you think is in the picture? What do you think is more deviant? What do you think is the answer to the mystery? What do you think is the best movie of this year? What do you think is the best plan for spending the holidays? What do you think is the best recreation for indoors? What do you think is the best way to improve my English? What do you think is the best way to learn English? What do you think is the biggest difference between men and women? What do you think is the cause of the disease? What do you think is the funniest moment you have written in the series? What do you think is the greatest achievement? What do you think is the greatest invention in history? What do you think is the most difficult thing in acting? What do you think is the most important thing for happiness? What do you think is the most important thing in life? What do you think is the most important thing in your life? What do you think is the most interesting? What do you think is the most noticeable color of the rainbow? What do you think is the most powerful thing in the world? What do you think is the most typical symbol of England? What do you think is the most typical symbol of London? What do you think is the primary objective of financial policy? What do you think is the problem between A and B? What do you think is the problem with? What do you think is the reason for increasing violent crimes? What do you think is the reason for that? What do you think is the reason for the family restaurant boom? What do you think is the secret of your health? What do you think is wrong with this woman in the picture? What do you think is wrong? What do you think is your most attractive feature? What do you think it could be? What do you think it is in the picture? What do you think it is that does deter people? What do you think it is, roughly? What do you think it is? What do you think it might be? What do you think it says? What do you think it's worth? What do you think it's wrong with your computer? What do you think Lenny's secret is? What do you think like now? What do you think made it possible? What do you think makes him so? What do you think makes people gloomy? What do you think married life is all about? Mutual trust is, I think. What do you think might prevent you from losing weight? What do you think most American teenagers seek help for? What do you think mostly during our tour? What do you think my chances are of playing this season? What do you think OD Gina's boyfriend? What do you think of him? What do you think of? What do you think of a clam that opens its shells? What do you think of a fat tax? What do you think of a male fan? What do you think of a park just for animals? What do you think of advantages of using internet? What do you think of all the junk on TV? What do you think of all the sales the new kid has been racking up over his first few weeks? What do you think of Amber? What do you think of American golf courses? What do you think of American life? What do you think of as excess? What do you think of Bill? What do you think of Shanho Park? What do you think of chocolate? What do you think of classes? What do you think of computer games? What do you think of computers? What do you think of coriander? What do you think of corporal punishment? What do you think of dancing? What do you think of Dawn Star? What do you think of doing homework during winter vacation? What do you think of DR? What do you think of English education in Japan? What do you think of explanation? What do you think of fast food? What do you think of first when you hear the name of Kang Soo-jin? What do you think of gay marriage? What do you think of Gina's boyfriend? What do you think of having a go at astronomy? What do you think of her behavior? Is it daring or foolhardy? What do you think of her? What do you think of her? Isn't she great? What do you think of hiking in the mountains Sunday? What do you think of him becoming a teacher? What do you think of him now? What do you think of him? What do you think of his acting? What do you think of his acting? What do you think of his decision? What do you think of his explanation? What do you think of his outfit? What do you think of his plan? What do you think of his regime?